Katherine Fraser has made a name for herself at the international level. The young off spinner is now leading the Scotland team at the Under-19 World Cup, and we have caught up with her for a chat in this episode of Beyond the Boundary, powered by Elista.
स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया, जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी विद वर्ल्ड क्लास क्लैरिटी एंड अमेजिंग फीचर्स.
When you won it, who was the first person you called to tell them that we are going to play the World Cup?
Well, a lot of my friends and family and some of my senior Scotland teammates had all got in touch with me and messaged me. So when you get out the PMOA, you've got loads of messages to work your way through. I remember Lorna Jack from the senior team phoned me as soon as I got my phone back, so that was sweet. But also my parents as well and some friends back home.
Yeah. So your journey to the World Cup has been different than so many other teams. You had to go to the qualification process, and now you are here. To look back, to know that you've come from that process and you're here, how good it is, the feeling that you've achieved something. You know there is too many things to achieve, but to look back, how good it is to know that you're here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it really feels like we've earned our place at this World Cup. Yeah, just really proud that we made it through that qualification process. So now, while we're here, we can just reap the rewards of that.
Yeah, and let's take you back to how your journey started in cricket. So, do you remember your first day of coaching and such? That how was it?
So I grew up kind of playing in the back garden with my parents. I'm an only child, so it was just my parents throwing loads and loads of balls at me. I went to a little taster session at my local high school. So that's sort of how I got into it, and then I ended up through that going to a club, Birmingham Cricket Club in Edinburgh, and now I play at Stuart's Mill Club in Edinburgh. So that's sort of my journey. I got into the Scotland Under-17 when I was 12, so that from starting playing club cricket to ending up in that Under-17s team, it all happened very quickly. It was a bit whirlwind, but good fun, and never looked back.
Yeah. So, you know, I've heard that you also played rugby, and rugby and cricket we are in a country that loves the rugby and cricket, but they're different sports.
Yeah.
So, are you like, you always wanted to be part of a team sport, or all of this just happened by chance?
No, I mean, I really enjoy team sports. I think cricket's taken me to so many amazing places, and I met so many amazing people through cricket, sort of both on and off the pitch. So yeah, I love being part of a team. It just builds so many great life skills. I suppose rugby, I never really took that seriously. It was just a bit of fun, but I think it definitely helps with being part of a team, and then yeah, it leads into playing cricket as well.
Yeah, and also you played for Scotland senior team, and you already have the youngest player to represent Scotland, and so many accolades that have come when you represent Scotland. So to know that you have that wealth of experience from the senior team, and now you're helping and playing alongside the other under-19 players, do you think that is a sense of responsibility on you that you've achieved so much with the senior team and to pass that on to these players?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say there's necessarily pressure to pass it on, but I enjoy being able to help people out. I suppose with the captaincy role, there is that little bit of pressure with decision making and all the tactical side of the game. So yeah. I just try and help out my teammates where I can, and it's good fun.
Yeah, and when you're playing for the senior teams, you have such a big names as Sarah and Katherine and Abby also, and Lorna, you said. So to learn from them when you are going through the system, and to learn from them, do you remember the first time you interacted with everyone? First time you were part of the Scotland dressing room?
Oh, that's a good question actually. The first time I properly played for Scotland, we were playing against we were in Loughborough, we were playing against England Academy. So that was the first time I was sort of in a team with all these big names. I suppose I was probably quite overawed by the occasion, knowing I was making my debut for Scotland. that day.
Yeah.
But I suppose I knew a lot of them previously just from sort of being around the squad a little bit, and some of the senior players coming in to coach the under-17s. So I don't think it was sort of overload. Starstruck and overload when I first came into the team. But no, they're good fun. They're always there to help.
And you see, there are great days on the field, like you're qualifying for the Under-19 World Cup, and there are bad days. So in the good days, you're around your teammates and you don't know how the time passes, but the bad days, you're on your own. So how you personally deal with the bad days on the field?
So something Shane Berger, the Scotland men's coach who's recently just stepped away from coaching Scotland, said to us was just not getting too high when you're winning and not getting too low when you're losing.
Yeah.
So obviously whenever you lose a game you're going to be disappointed, but it's also just taking what positives you can from that, and something I've got better at is sort of recognising what you can take from a game, what processes that you need to stick to in order to get better.
Yeah, and also family. I saw a lot of support yesterday at the game also against UAE. The family was there, so they've travelled so many family and friends. So how it's been for you personally, the support of your family?
Yeah, I mean, immense. They've always been so encouraging of me, sort of always there to sort of help me through the tough times, because you do have that when you're playing international sport. And I think so many of the parents have travelled as well, which is so special for the girls, just to know that they're there and they are getting to experience it alongside them.
This World Cup will be followed by the Senior World Cup, and there are not that amount of number of teams in that World Cup. We have 16 teams, and that will have 10 teams. And do you think that there was a hustle from Scotland also to be around that? This is the first time you're playing the World Cup, and you played many qualifiers before. So what's the next big thing for Scotland cricket to achieve, especially in the women's game?
I think it definitely has to be qualification for that Women's World Cup, the T20 one. We've got the European qualifiers to then go to the global qualifiers next year, so that's in August or September, I believe. So we need to just put in a strong performance there and then get into the global qualifiers, and hopefully we can just keep on pushing towards that next World Cup, because ultimately that's our main goal as a team, is to qualify for a T20 World Cup.
स्मार्ट हो रहा है इंडिया, जैसे इंडिया में बना एलिस्टा स्मार्ट एलईडी टीवी with world class clarity and amazing features.